As an anime fan, I know that what I enjoy as a hobby is somewhat niche. My entire life, I have similarly liked niche things, stuff that the general populace might not enjoy: metal music, anime, manga, and to a lesser extent, video games. Like the world of gaming, anime is definitely becoming more mainstream, and it has more spotlight on it now, more than it ever did before. Still, it is a niche hobby in my opinion, as it is far behind gaming in the West. Primarily, I think because anime is created in Japan, while games can be produced all over the globe and are more easily accessible. But let's get to the point of what this video is really about. Your Name, the highest grossing anime film of all time from acclaimed director Makoto Shinkai, who is a personal favorite director of mine, is getting a live action Hollywood film done by J.J. Abrams. There's good and bad to this, mostly bad, at least as I predict. The subject of live action adaptations is all over the community, and while I have talked about my opinions of the live action Ghost in the Shell in the past, please check out that podcast, also on my channel, I feel that I have a feeling about all of this that could be summed up in one word: fear. Fear because it seems like such a difficult task. Fear because I think that Western filmmakers and live action filmmakers, perhaps in general, make the mistake each time of not quite understanding what makes anime fans like the original product. Because very often, the original product is not something that could be done with live actors. Humor, for one thing, in anime is unique and zany. That can't really be replicated with live action actors. The crazy faces, slapstick comedy, and rants that exist in Fullmetal Alchemist would be hard to do in a live action production, which is what honestly gives me fear about that upcoming film in December. There are certain stories that are better left animated, in my opinion. With Your Name, Shinkai's beyond beautiful art style and character designs make the film so much better because aesthetics matter greatly to a lot of viewers, myself included. It may be a shallow way to look at media, but I generally like stories that are character driven and have a strong aesthetic that appeals to me. Shinkai's films are excellent in these categories, and his characters feel realistic, and even in supernatural settings, I get emotionally tied to them. I don't know how well that will work with some actor being on the screen. This ties into another thing that scares me. It's that I personally just don't like live action material versus animated media, and there's a lot of people out there who feel the same. I wish there was more mature animation, sure, but I would even watch old Cartoon Network shows over most popular HBO or AMC series any day because they feel so different, and it's a difficult to describe connection that I have with something that's animated. It just feels more comfortable to me. I'm also not a fan of this particular film being adapted because this film is very Japanese to begin with. It has Shinto beliefs and traditions and ideals that are on display, and Mitsuha, as a character, she's from a traditional background, which is an important aspect to both her as a character and her within the plot. The beautiful landscapes are snapshots of Japan. Having been there, it is a beautiful, beautiful country. And while the United States is also beautiful, I don't think we can achieve the same visual prowess. They can make everything American, such as what they did in the Death Note live action film, but watching that and knowing what the original was would feel uncomfortable to me, as comparisons would be easily formed within my mind, and I either dismiss them or use them as fuel to make me more enraged. I might suggest Hollywood to go one of two ways when creating anime-influenced or inspired media. One option is to focus on creating their own art, perhaps inspired by anime, in a manner similar to Porter Robinson's Shelter music video. That was original, that was entertaining, and that was visually beautiful and still fairly Western, despite having a Japanese animation studio behind it, A1 Pictures. The other is to look deeper into what anime means to its fans, and to try to create more Western animated shows that have more mature and powerful themes. The latter seems to be a long stretch, but I put my faith in the power of God and anime that are on our side. Your Name is one of my favorite anime of all time, from my favorite director. Now, not everything Shinkai has done is spectacular, but his masterpiece here has the potential of being tarnished, and that really scares me. Will I see the film? Probably. But I have low expectations as always with these sort of things. And while I am glad that people in the West are interested in turning the spotlight onto anime even more, the idea of taking away its originality angers me. I don't want anyone to see this live action film and judge the original work without seeing it, but I know that that's going to happen. Unless Abrams puts a big letterhead at the beginning of the film saying, "Go watch the original," I don't see this really being successful in the eyes of fans. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's hope so. As always, guys, this is Miasma from Gyre Media. If you like what I'm doing here, please check out my blog. I'm going to link it down below. It's called Enter the Miasma. I'm going to be posting a text version of this video on there tonight. And you can follow me on Twitter at Gyre Media. And if you want to see more unboxings, reviews, anime discussions, and the like, please hit that subscribe button. And let me know what you guys think about the upcoming Your Name live-action film. Are you guys happy that this is happening? How do you guys feel about live-action anime films in general? Let me know down below. I like discussing this kind of stuff. Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.